Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Might and Magic VII. We are almost ready to finally leave Emerald Island. I said at the last video I would make sure there wasn't anything we're missing. There actually are a couple minor things we are missing, so we'll go take care of those. There's also one thing that I didn't talk about, which I should probably address. In fact, let's just do that first. So, I mentioned last video that I had to why am I struggling for the words here? I had to restart my episode because I messed up a quest chain, and I didn't tell you exactly how that happened. I should go into detail in case you guys find yourself in the same situation. Now, I mentioned that we had to talk to a guy here, this guy, Mr. Malwick, and we had to talk to him because he would then very vaguely talk about some proposition he had for us, and if you agreed, he would give you this wand of fireballs, and then say that at some future date some associate of his would come and talk to us. And the reason I messed it up and had to do the episode again was because the way I was initially doing it, I thought, well, one thing at a time, we'll do the scavenger hunt things, we'll do the missing contestants quest, and after that we'll come and talk to Malwick. We'll talk to him, and then we'll be done with everything, and then we'll leave. But for some reason, finishing the scavenger hunt first broke Malwick's dialogue. At least I think the dialogue was broken, because it's possible that maybe they intended for you to not be able to get this thing done if you didn't speak to him before the scavenger hunt. But from what I saw in my initial failed attempt when I tried to talk to him, it seemed as though he thought we had already talked to him and refused his offer when we hadn't talked to him at all. So that suggested to me that some kind of a bug was taking place. And you might ask, well, why'd you have to redo the entire episode? Why not simply load your game? Well, the truth is I hadn't saved my game in a long time. To be perfectly honest, I didn't think I would have needed to save the game, because my thinking was, well, we are on the tutorial island. We've already done the important thing, which is the artifacts. So I'm like, what could I possibly mess up in this situation so badly to necessitate loading my game? And so just with that extreme hubris, I just kept on going through the episode without saving until I got to the end, and I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, so I just had to redo the whole thing. So if you're doing this game, and if you want to do the quest chain that the encounter with Mr. Malwick starts, then make sure you talk to him before you complete the scavenger hunt. Now, I'm here because I don't think we talked to this person, Donna Wyrith. Nothing too important, it's just that talking to her would give you a clue as to the missing contestants quest. Because when, if you're playing the game blind, and Lord Markham gives you that quest, you won't necessarily... I mean, you can put two and two together, but you wouldn't necessarily immediately know that they're in the Dragon's Cave. So she points you in that direction. And she also talks about the abandoned temple that we went to and got a couple items from. The other reason I'm here is I want to click on this fire resistance pedestal. That's given us fire resistance, lasts for 5 hours. I want to see, does that have a note associated with it? By the way, it goes into our notes, the fact that we accepted the wand from Mr. Malwick, and not our quest log. So we don't currently have a quest, we just have a note indicating that we did this. And this entire quest chain of his is a little bit unusual in that even when the quest eventually does trigger, it's got some weird failure states, I guess you could call them, that you don't normally see in other quests in this series. It's a very strange state of affairs, which is probably for the best that there's only one quest. And this is odd. I feel like I'm hearing enemy sound effects, but okay, I guess the enemies have respawned. Well, I'll kill them just because I'm running through town looking for one other thing that I missed, but I don't feel obligated to. I'm only doing this for the practical benefit of being able to explore without being bothered. I consider Emerald Island to already be cleared from the first episode. I'm carrying on with my rules from Might and Magic VI in that I am going to clear areas, but I don't consider myself to be under any obligation to re-clear areas if they reset with additional enemies later on, which most areas in this game will do. There's another pedestal which will give us haste. There's that well that'll give us a stat boost, which I'm staying away from for reasons that I talked about in the last episode. Now, there's one thing that I've for the life of me can't remember. I thought it was close to the Dragon Cave, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's somewhere higher up. You know what, let me just take one more swing around here. Aha, here it is. I knew it. So this is the thing I was looking for. This is the game of intellect. I'm just gonna save over this. If we click with our characters, we get a few skill points. This is basically a stat challenge which we are easily meeting right now because we've got Day of the Gods on us. But even if we didn't, I think maybe not you, but everyone else, I strongly suspect, would have been able to meet the intellect requirement. I'm gonna do, before I assume that I'm fully done, is I'm just gonna quickly check on my phone just to make sure that there's nothing else to be done in this location. Because once we leave, yeah, the main game's gonna start, and I don't want to have to load up any old games for stuff that I could have done when I was there the first time. Alright, let's just make sure. Okay. There's the well that gives +2 luck, which I'm deliberately not going to. There is Mainly, I want to make sure there isn't any other stat challenge that I'm neglecting. You know, like the one we just did, which gives you skill points. This is... hang on. This is a bit sloppy. It seems some of the walkthroughs don't even have that listed on them, which is a bit of a shame. That's a pretty important thing to have on it. Honestly, this game, I don't know why, but it has the least thorough documentation out of this trilogy of games. This trilogy meaning Might and Magic VI, VII, and VIII. These three games, which have, you know, similar engines, similar gameplay styles. I'll check once more on this second walkthrough. Sorry, I'm taking a long time, but we are gonna close the game. Not close the game, but close the book on this first area immediately after I've satisfied myself that there's nothing else to be found here, and it seems like there's nothing else. You know what? I'm gonna call it good. We went around, we saw what some of the pedestals did, we got some skill points. I'm not gonna spend any skill points just yet. We're gonna wait until there's a need for something specific. Actually, one thing I will spend skill points on right away is on air magic, so that my wizard eye lasts longer. And with this, I'm gonna save again over this. Everyone else has their 3 skill points, except for you, who spent a couple of yours. Now we'll go to the Lady Margaret, the ship.
Welcome aboard!
With a captain that sounds oddly similar to some of the ones from Might and Magic VI. He be William Darvies, and we're gonna cast off. Ahoy Matey to you as well.
Congratulations, my friends. Your new castle is located in Harmondale, a peaceful village on the edge of the elvish kingdom of Tularia, but firmly within human territory. Though there are many privileges to being the lord of this estate, there are many responsibilities as well. Public safety, for example. And oh, I almost forgot. Goblins have taken an interest in your new lands. I'm sure brave adventurers such as yourselves will have no trouble with them. So, enjoy your new home. May you rule your lands wisely.
Okay. I'll be honest, I completely forgot that cutscene was there, and if it seemed like it had a slow frame rate, you're not wrong, and for a change, it's not OBS's fault. I could see it in real time that it had a slow frame rate. I think the video is just like that. Anyway, we got some interesting exposition in that. We get some more details about this piece of property that we quote-unquote won in the last episode. This region of Harmondale, we're in charge of it. But apparently it's not all... it's not an entirely good thing. Meaning, we've been put in charge, we have to protect a bunch of people, and apparently this place is under threat from goblin attacks. Now, I don't know about you, but it's seeming more and more like we may have gotten scammed. But, you know what, let's not rush to judgment just yet. let's take a look around. That's the town of Harmondale, I guess, and we were put into this map, the map of Harmondale, facing this building. So let's enter Castle Harmondale. Before we enter it, I guess I'll save here. Ooh, and the butler, or maybe his name is Butler, like Gerard Butler. I don't know. So anyway, like some dude has come to talk to us because we are the new lords, and he asks us to excuse the condition of the castle. It's been a while since we've taken care of it. He would have greeted us indoors, but for the goblins. A small tribe of them has moved inside. He's asked them to leave, but they won't listen. That is pretty rude, you know? Sure, I guess we could talk to the goblins, if that's how you want to put it. And he's gonna flee. I mean, he's gonna be waiting in the tavern for news of how our upcoming conversation with this goblins is about to go. Alright, so let's not beat about the bush. Let's go inside Castle Harmondale. Immediately we see the yellow indicator. Oh, I cut Zoltan off. He was about to say something. Alright. So, what's going on here?
Bring on a bigger challenge.
Hey, hang on. Why are there rats? Like, the dude mentioned goblins. Really, there are rats as well? This place is, in worse shape than we thought. Yep, we definitely got robbed. It's a 100% scam confirmed. I'm gonna make a Facebook post about it. If approached by someone claiming to be Lord Markham, do not accept his proposal and immediately report him to the Better Business Bureau. Alright. Okay. And we, of course, are having no trouble fighting because we are heavily overgeared. We haven't done any training, but we are vastly overgeared for this part of the game, and for quite a while, nothing's going to be able to touch us. Just to refresh your memory, we've got some artifact bows on our front line here, and we've got some pretty good bows on our back line as well. Like, they're not artifacts, but 3 to 18 fire damage, 9 to 12 cold damage. And for anything that's unfortunate enough to get into melee range, we'll hack them down with Wallace, with this long dagger of Infernos, this vampiric flail, and this wizard staff of thunderbolts, which is also backed up by the tremendous 80 strength that Alexis has. So these early enemies are just not gonna be happy that they ran into us. And this is really satisfying. It's just night and day. I may have already mentioned this. Just night and day compared to the Might and Magic Bats as well. Or, like, compared to the Might and Magic VI playthrough, where I actually started off weak and gradually built up strength. It's just
Bring on a bigger challenge.
It's just a complete change of pace, and I'll be honest, I love it. Alright. Okay. Okay, let's try and keep up the good work. Alright, what's going on here? We've got purple barrel of speed, no doubt. Green barrel of endurance.
Sorry, can't help.
I don't really care about that, but I do care about these barrels. So who would like some speed? I remember I don't care about those wells that give you small stat boosts. I'm gonna avoid them for the entirety of the series. So I'll just give these stat boosts instead as I run into them. Green can go to you. You have the lowest HP. You could benefit the most. Ooh, there's another an orange barrel. Of course, you as well can have this one. All right. All right.
Ah, what a squid.
All right. Let's just. All right. Let's put some distance between us and them. Okay, these guys are annoying enough that I'm gonna put things into turn-based mode. With our attack bonus, we can just shred them. Alright, more barrels. So we were giving green to you. We were giving purple to you. I don't really feel like sifting through trash. And yeah, let's... Ooh, more goblins. Ooh, Goblin Lord. That's why he took a couple hits before he went down. Now, who needs might? Who could... I guess you could also do with a bit of might. Orange, of course, is going to you. And... let's just... carry on. That vampire bat also had a bad time. Okay. Seems like this part of the map is pretty clear. We're not getting any danger indicator. It's green all around, but no doubt that's just because the enemies are too far away. I would highly doubt that the entire place is clear. In fact, I suspect we'll be back into yellow at some point walking through this hallway, exactly. So let's just go through and do exactly the same thing that we did on the other side. And again, by the law of symmetry in video games, if you're in a roughly symmetrical looking place, and if there were enemies in one part, there'll be enemies in the corresponding part on the other side. Almost always. Almost always. Alright. Lightning rat. Definitely some interesting stuff going on with the vermin here. We didn't really have lightning rats in Might and Magic VI. Alright. Yeah, we'll give some more endurance to you. And we'll just pop inside. Well, before we look at these chests, let's just...
Are you serious?
Come on, man.
That was too easy.
I know it seemed like that enemy was being really clever, using that, you know, little gap. But as you saw what happened to us just now, he probably just got stuck. Occasionally...
It's disarmed.
So this was trapped. You just disarmed it. Well done. I was going to say, occasionally the enemy AI / environment will glitch out in ways that almost makes it seem like some really high-level scripting, but usually in these old games,
It's disarmed.
if that happens, it's just a happy fluke. Alright. Now let's kill those. Okay, we need to draw these guys out. Put myself into turn-based, ready to kill the survivors, but there were none. Okay. We're giving more intellect to you, and we're giving... Oh, these are both green. We're giving some more endurance to you. Purple, we're giving to you, and personality to you. Alright. Okay, come on. Go into turn-based mode for a change. Why not? Some more barrels. Some more barrels. More personality for you. More speed for you. Should really be helping with our recovery time. And as you can see, it almost looks like this part of the map should continue, and so should this. But for now, at least, this is where the map ends, and it looks like we may be done. Right, let's take a look. Alright, we've got some notes for the barrels we've been drinking from. And there's something else as well, right? Something else was flashing here, but I've already forgotten what it is. And just to confirm whether the place is clear, I'm gonna walk up here. There's a door, a throne room, but there's a rock in front of it. I'll save here. Can I? Yeah, okay. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. The door is blocked. Can I interact with this water? No, I can't. So it looks like we're done with Castle Harmondale for now. Let's take a look around. No buttons. We seem to be done with this place. So we're gonna walk around. This is the cathedral where we could get some healing. This is the town hall. We'll do... You know what? We'll look at everything... Like, we'll investigate all the buildings in the next episode. For now, I just want to get my bearings and figure out where this tavern is. That might be it. No, this is it. Right? On the house was the name of the place, according to what the butler said.
Come in, come in.
So, let's talk to him. And indeed, this is confirmation that we've cleared out all the goblins. Now he needs to find a way to clean up the castle and rebuild and repair all the damage. The only people who he feels can help are the dwarves in Stone City in the Barrow Downs. Okay, so it looks like that might be one of our future destinations. Alright. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk all the way back to Castle Harmondale just to pop inside and see whether this one bit of progress in this quest line has prompted any change inside. And it doesn't look like it has. In fact, all the yep, everything's still empty. Anything in this chest?
Disarmed.
Huh. I guess I just didn't notice this. And by the law of symmetry, is there another one? Yes, there is.
It's disarmed.
Why anybody would set a trap on an empty chest is beyond me, but yes. Looks like for now we are done with this. With this location. Although I'm not going to declare it cleared just yet. Because this works a little bit differently from other locations in that it will evolve over time. I'll let you know once this location is cleared. For now, though, I think it's time to draw this episode to a close. When we come back, we will explore Harmondale, like the location of Harmondale. We'll probably engage in some more combat. We'll talk to other... we'll go into the different houses and the different shops and see what is here for us. We might do some training, but so far we don't really need to. I'm gonna hold off on training until I absolutely feel like I need to, because training is also one good way to advance game time in a quick way. We'll talk about that later on, but for now I'm not gonna do my training. What I will do before I... You know what, I'll save that for the next episode. I was gonna maybe get one of the side quests and then walk to the a location where we have to complete it, but let's not stuff too much in this episode. I think this is enough for now. So yeah, we finally have set foot into, I guess, the continent of I was gonna say Erathia, but that's just a subset of it. I'll have to look up what this region is called, but we're finally on the main part of the map, where the actual story and all the other things are going to take place. And this is going to be the world in which we're going to be immersed in for basically the rest of the series. And I hope you'll join me for that as we continue on our adventures in the next episode. So until then, take care.